pulling a little bit down. Not too much. Working out right now.
Yes. As we are. Were you doing something earlier and now you're hopping in?
Just got back from work 1 hour ago. So
okay.
Waiting for starting working out more frequently.
Nice.
Yeah. What about you? How's been?
Things are a little bit crazy, but we're making the most of things. You know, we're pushing along here.
Okay.
Making do. But yeah, you know, it's a little bit overwhelming at times, but you know, we're getting there and we're adjusting. Right, Rachel?
Yeah.
What is she? I can't see
adaptation. That's what we're all about.
If you go to gallery view, Ellie, there should be like in the upper right-hand corner, if you see where it says like speaker view, gallery view, should allow you to see everyone.
Participants.
Or actually, oh, here, let me do this. Here, I'll cancel my spotlight.
Okay.
So now you should be able to see everyone.
Hey, Ellie.
Hey! Nice to see you. I forgot to tag you. Oh my gosh. Okay. Let me see where is it. I want to see everybody. On my right side, you say is.
Yeah, it should be like tiles.
Mm-hmm. They
Yeah,
say
it looks like
video, share, current comfort. What else they say? Participants and more.
It should be next to gallery, or it should say gallery view.
It doesn't say that. Let's see. That's okay. Okay.
It's all right.
It's all right.
All right. Are you guys ready to get started?
Yeah. My dowel.
So does everyone have a dowel or like a barbell, at least something to work with when we're doing the technique portion?
Yeah.
Yep.
My assumption would be yes. All right. See some people.
I'm here. Hello.
All right, guys. So let's start off with some stretches. So give yourself a little bit of space, and we're going to be on the floor for some Spider-Man twists. So starting in the push-up position, bring the right leg up. You're going to drop the elbow, and then we're going to do the double twists. So twist towards the up leg, and then you're going to twist away from the up leg. And let's get 3 reps on each side. So let's go and kick things off with that. What's up, Jaya?
Many 3, Devin?
3 on each side.
Okay.
And then when you guys are done with that, we're going to do a overhead Cossack. So you're going to get in the wide stance. Arms are going to be all the way up above your head. And then you're going to take it on down. Push those hips back, go as low as you can. So give me 5 on each leg there. And keep those arms as high as you can.
Oh, that's a good stretch.
Jaya, try to take a wider stance with your feet.
Do you want me to put a camera on the floor, Devin?
That might be a little bit better, or at least when we get to like the lifting portion, so I can actually see
Okay.
a little bit better in terms of what you're doing. And then when you guys are done with that, we're going to go for the Samson stretch. So back step lunge, and then push those palms up. Hold that for a few seconds, and then switch. And we'll do 5 on each leg there as well. I'm just going to spotlight my video. All right, and then we're going to take it down to the floor, guys. We're going to do a little bit of some activation. So we're going to go in that 4-point stance or the quadruped stance. And we're going to do the bird dog. So hands down underneath the shoulders, legs underneath the hips. Opposite arm and leg will extend out. Try to straighten out the body and then come right back to the floor again. So you're just going to do 5 on each side, nice and slow. Try to minimize any shifting or movement in the body. So activate your core. Keep everything tight. What's up, Dalit? What's up, Nikhil? Ellie, try to straighten your leg a little bit more in the back. Yep.
Okay.
All right, and then we're going to go face down. So the prone swimmers, we're going to be on the floor. Okay. So we want to start arms on the back. You're going to lift your elbows up, and then you're going to reach out. You're going to come all the way around the body until you're into the front, and then you come all the way back. So a little bit of rotation with the hands there, palms up, palms down. So give me 10 reps. But try to keep those elbows high off the floor. Keep your shoulder blades kind of pulled back and tight.
They were the infamous Euros of the day or whatever. So I'm on 6 now. I don't know where my only comment is the very last.
Oh, that was good.
All right, guys, so we're going to hit that activation just one more round. So we'll go back to the bird dogs, and then we'll go back to the prone swimmers. So one more time each. So back on all fours. We'll get 5 on each side again.
Should we go into the transfers?
And once you finish that last round, feel free to just grab a quick drink of water, shake things out for a second.
No, I have no clue.
Look at my
All
chalk.
right. Oh, yeah, chalk might be good.
Easter egg.
All right, so I'm going to share the agenda here before we get into the specific warm-up so you guys can take a look. So, but we'll hit this warm-up together, and then obviously we'll go through all this stuff together.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so as you can see, the snatch focus, though, specifically for the snatches, are going to be doing no contact and no foot movement. So as we're going through the snatch portion of this warm-up, we just want to make sure that we're keeping that in mind. And as we're doing all these variations, we're executing, again, the no snatch, the no contact and the no feet. So at this one, usually we're going to want to modify foot position a little wider too.
I found it, Tran.
If your starting stance is a little more on the narrow side, you're going to want your starting stance to pretty much be your squat stance, or be where you're going to catch the bar, or catch the weight, as we're not going to be actually moving the feet during that transition.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
All right, I can't see everyone because some people are a little bit laggy behind, but is everyone ready to go through the warm-up now, the bar warm-up?
Yeah.
All right, cool. All right, so just for the sake of using any household equipment, I got my broom here, which will be kind of my makeshift dowel. Unscrew that guy. So make it work with anything. All right, guys. So we're going to start off with the snatch deadlift, or the halting snatch deadlift. So with this one, we just want to maintain that chest over bar positioning. So if we're looking from the side, as I come up, chest will remain over the barbell all the way until I'm at hip crease. So I'm not going to actually extend the hips. I'm just going to maintain that position even at the top. So we're going to do 3 of those.
Yeah. At the bottom there, I love the sentence that has the two Scottish Canadian bands.
And then from there, we're going to go for the high pulls. So make sure we're not making any contact with the hip crease. We're just going to pull as we hit that leg drive. So 3 reps there. And then we're going to go for the muscle snatch next. So as we're adding turnover, we want to make sure the turnover speed is fast and aggressive. So as I'm coming from the floor, no contact, hit that drive, and then quick turnover, finish the lockout. Just make sure no hip or leg bending as you're receiving the bar. There's not going to be any of that rebending technique. And then we'll go into 3 overhead squats. So leave that bar up. And then let's take it down 3 times. Just get nice and cozy in the bottom there for a second or 2, and then stand up. And then we're going to lower that bar down to the back. So, or shake it out if you need to. Give you a couple seconds here. So at the heaving snatch balance, we're not going to move the feet at all. So we're going to do just a slight dip and drive, but then we're going to transition without moving our feet from where they are. And we're going to push down quick into that bottom position. So remember, we want to think of this action very much like a punch. Hit 3 of those, and then let's go and bring that bar back to the front when you're done with that. And then we're just going to finish off 3 power snatch. So go ahead and start from the beginning again. No foot movement. And then stand. Remember, no contact either. The idea is to finish more through the legs without relying on the bump, without pushing that bar out of the hips. And then finish off with what we'll kind of be focusing mainly on is going to be that no contact, no leg movement or foot movement snatch. So finish off 3 of these guys. You can always do an extra 1 or 2 if you'd like, but no movement, no contact. Let's go and hit at least 3 of those with that dowel or empty bar, whatever you're using. All right, once you're done, set that bar down, shake it out. So is anyone working with just the dowel or PVC the entire time, or does everyone have access to some weights?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know Jaya does. I know Bruce and Michelle and Ellie do. Daniel, you do, right? Karen, you do. Rach, are you just working with PVC?
Yeah.
And then Nick Hill, you got anything?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. All righty. So for those of you that have a barbell, those of you that have some weight, when we do get into the timed portion where we start those 5 sets, you guys are welcome to add a little bit of weight with each of those sets. I would advise with this particular complex and this variation that probably just going to keep it relatively light anyways, but feel free to kind of play around and move up if things are feeling good and you want to push it just a little bit more. So let me just look. Let's go back to that screen one more time. So for the focus here on the snatches, it's going to be 3 of those no contact, no foot snatches. And then we are going to keep the bar up there for a 4th rep, just 1 overhead squat. So just a little bit extra bottom position reinforcement with that last rep. Does anyone have any questions on that complex? All right, well, let me just do a quick demo just to make sure we are all on the same page. So I'll just show you one time through. Side view, hopefully a little bit better. So again, my feet are going to be set in that slightly wider, kind of more squat position, especially for me. My feet are a little bit wider in my catch. From here, setting up, make sure no contact, but we're still trying to maintain close position with the bar, even though we're not hitting it. So coming up, quick extension, and then quick finish. And we'll hit that one for 3 times. Let me do the 3rd one here in front view. And then just 1 more squat. So we're basically looking at 4 reps total. So why don't we have, let me have all of you guys just do one time through that complex right now. With nothing on the bar, just unweighted.
I think I move my heel. Heels down, right, Devin?
Heels can lift a little bit. Just make sure the front of your foot doesn't lift. So like if this is the front of my foot, the heels can come up, but as long as this just stays connected with the floor. And so now to even go as far as say to try to actually push off the toes, finish with those heels high, but with still staying connected through the floor. So once you hit an empty barbell set, I would say now is the time to get your first weight on the bar, and then we're gonna get started on the clock. So with this one, we will be doing it every 2 minutes. So I'd start pretty light, especially if you are planning to increase weight, keep it at a very light starting weight. But what I would recommend for anyone that is going to continue to add some weight, if you do notice a drop in technique, if you do notice you start to move slower, I would say speed should also be another indicator of when you should keep it lighter. So if you're losing technique, losing speed, just make sure maybe that's a good place to keep weight or reduce and keep it right underneath that breaking point. And that's just a good general rule of thumb when you're trying to improve Olympic weightlifting, at least.
We start right now?
Once you guys are ready, not yet. When you're ready, give me a thumbs up. Give me like one of these little thumbs up emojis. If you go onto the bottom, you can click on the reactions. At least that way I can see that you guys are good to go. There we go. Perfect. You guys see the thumbs up? All right, cool. The True family, you guys good to go? Okay, so let's go and stand by your bar. Get the timer ready. Trusty phone timer. All right, guys, so every 2 minutes should be plenty of time, so don't rush through it. All right, here we go. First round in 3, 2, 1, and lift.
Hey, Devin, what is it again? It's a full snatch and then a what?
You're going to do 3 of those full snatches and then 1 overhead squat.
No.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna change the weight.
Yeah, so if you finish the set, not feeling very heavy, definitely add a little bit of weight. But I'll take small jumps, probably about 5 to 10 pound increments total.
Total?
So like 2.5s or 5s. Yeah, total.
Okay.
Yeah, for anyone at least that's going to take a jump. All right, guys, you got just under a minute of rest.
Sounds just like the gym.
Make it sound.
Ellie got the whole gym. She rented out all the equipment.
I do not. I wish. But thank you.
All right, guys, we got about 15 seconds here before the second set. All right, 5 seconds. Get ready. 3, 2, 1, lift.
That was good.
Nice, guys. If you're feeling a little unstable in that catch position, just hold it for an extra second or two. Get complete stability before standing out of that squat.
Okay.
Nice. Another minute here of rest.
Okay,
1
I'm
second.
wait.
I'm just going to grab some water. All right, so again, add some weight if you guys are feeling good.
Yeah.
Or if you're stuck with a dowel like Rachel, just stay at the same weight.
Go, Rachel.
Where is Rachel? I don't see her.
Yeah, where's Rachel?
Or she might have had to, she might have got booted off. I don't know. She was having some connection issues earlier. Oh, there she is. All right, guys, get ready for round number 3. 5 seconds. In 3, 2, 1, lift. Jaya, I might try to widen your stance just a little bit.
Widen?
Should allow you to keep a slight, yeah, just a teeny bit wider. Your torso angle is coming very forward. So yeah, that should allow you to keep yourself a little more upright.
Oh, man.
Nice, guys. All right, 3 down. We got 2 more of the snatch sets to go. All right, about 45 seconds. And hopefully as you guys are going through this, starting to feel how it forces a little more of that leg and hip drive to where you're getting more vertical, right? Not having to rely on like a big lean back in the body, but hopefully finishing through those legs a bit more. At least that's what we're looking for and what we're trying to feel for as you're doing this exercise.
Yeah, I'm really feeling it in my thighs and quads for sure.
Good. Okay, perfect.
After been running 5 miles.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah, come on
All right,
over.
guys.
Let's go. 6 feet.
I would like to.
Get ready for this next one. All right, go and start the next set whenever you guys are ready. Yeah, I think I'll pass on the 5 miles. All right. We are down to one last set.
The way you were able to put that all together,
Seeing some eyes are looking down, I would try to keep your eyes focused relatively forward. Just remember, if you do notice yourself kind of pushing the head down, try to find something to look at right in front of you. Sometimes even looking just a little bit up above normal eye level can kind of help force a little more of that vertical torso angle. Oftentimes as you're hitting the catch, those eyes want to look down, so keep them up. All right, guys, 30 seconds until our last one.
Okay, but I,
15 seconds. All right, guys, here we go. Last set in 3, 2, 1, and lift.
how do I turn this off?
I'll ask Alexis. All right, I know it's a little bit late, Karen, but now your video came in a little bit better. Your hands were looking a little on the narrow side, so I might, for at least for future reference, I might take them out a little bit wider from where you were.
Okay.
All right, guys.
Yeah.
Done with the snatch portion. So let's use this moment to take a couple minutes, grab some water, take a quick break, and we'll go over the clean stuff that we'll get into here next.
Clean. Oh, no contact too.
So with these, you can make contact. So for the clean variation, contact is okay. Foot movement will also be okay. So now we're definitely getting a little bit more aggressive.
Okay.
Aggressive.
So definitely a little bit of a different approach there. What were you saying?
I said be aggressive. Be aggressive.
Oh, yes. Yeah. That's the mantra, or the, yeah, it's what you got to repeat in your head right before this, right in the setup. Be aggressive. So what I would do right now, guys, if you haven't yet, is maybe unload your barbell, unless you're just going to be using a dowel for the warm-up part, or the empty bar warm-up. So otherwise, take off the weight, and then I'll take you through the clean variation of this warm-up. So no jerks today. We're just going to be focusing on the clean for the second part. Right.
Bruce is too tall, so he has to move the car out because he keeps hitting the top of the garage.
Oh, no worries. All right, here, we'll wait an extra minute or two. Go for it.
Must be nice to be that tall, Bruce.
Well, when it comes to a lot of other things, as we know, the height is definitely not a benefit. Yeah, I'd say that extra pulling length, bringing that bar up the body, definitely starts to take its toll. All righty, let's see. Let me know when you guys are ready, Michelle.
We're good.
Okay, cool. All righty, so I'll share my screen back and we'll go through this. I'm just gonna make myself, spotlight myself here. All right. Okay, so very much like the snatches that we did, we're gonna take a similar approach. So we're gonna start off with the clean deadlift. So for this one, stance should be normal, typical, and we wanna keep the same idea as we're lifting up. We're gonna come to the high thigh, but we're not actually extending those hips. So the chest will still kind of cover the bar at the top, and we're just trying to maintain that consistent back angle off the floor. So let's do 3 of those. And I would say pause for just a second or two when you are in that deadlift position. So go ahead and grab your bars and let's go and start off with 3 of those. And then we're going to go into the high pulse. So same setup, work on the same mechanic of keeping the chest over the bar. So now once we get to our high thigh, we'll add that pop and pull. So remember, keep the elbows nice and high above the bar. We'll get 3 of those. Perfect. All right, and then we'll go 3 muscle cleans. So now we're gonna add our turnover technique. Just wanna make sure the legs and the hips still stay extended when we finish, so there's no rebending. So as you turn those elbows around the bar, everything's still gonna be nice and tall through the middle. So very much like we emphasize with our no contacts, we wanna push all the way through those legs when you're doing a muscle. So give me 3 of those. On that 3rd rep, once you're up there, you can give me 3 front squats as well after that.
Front squat?
Yeah, after the muscle cleans, give me 3 front squats. Getting a little feedback.
Yeah, I have headphones on. That hurt.
All right, shake it out for a second after those squats if you need to. When we go back to the bar, we're going to do 3 of the power cleans. So now we kind of really want to emphasize the foot movement a little bit more aggressively here as we're doing our powers. So definitely contact, aggressive with the fast elbows and the quick feet. So coming up, quick slide out, and then stand it up from there. So let's go ahead and do 3 of those. 3 power cleans. Always thinking fast elbows, fast feet with those powers. And then let me have you guys finish off with 3 hang cleans. So as we do the complex, we're going to work from just above the knee. So as you come down, you're just going to stop when that bar is about just above the knee line, come back up to that high thigh, and then execute your transition or extension and transition. So hang just above the knee. So again, the hang kind of forces that fast elbow movement, fast foot movement. So good focus. I don't know, whoever that is, if you just mute yourself, it should cure the problem. All right, guys, set the bars down. I'll do a quick demo for you on the full complex. So going back to the screen one more time. So if we're looking at the very bottom there for the cleans, this will be every 2.5 minutes, maybe 2 minutes. We'll see. If you guys are getting through it pretty quick and don't need as much rest, we'll go every 2 minutes. But 1 power clean, 2 front squats, and then 1 hang squat clean. So again, that hang position is going to be just from above the knee. We're trying to focus on an aggressive finish. So now that we've, let's try to, 1 second. Okay, there we go. Okay, I just muted everyone. All right, so the idea with this complex, it's very focused on being aggressive, especially after we do the power clean. We hit those 2 front squats, the legs are gonna be a little fatigued. It's gonna force a much more aggressive finish when you're hitting the hang squat clean on that 4th rep. So let me show you what that looks like. So from start to finish, doing power clean. This will be from the ground here first. So when I'm at mid shin, this is just simulating as if I'm pulling from the floor. So power clean on that first rep. Stand it up, make sure I'm in my squat stance. 2 of the front squats. And then we'll come back down to the hang. And then that hang above the knee, squat clean. So that'll be the complex in its entirety. All right, does anyone have any questions?
Yes.
Just unmute yourself. What's that?
Could you repeat again, please? I have low battery, so I need to stop my stuff.
Oh, okay. Do you want me to go through the complex one more time?
Yeah. Could you show?
Okay.
Please, thank you.
So back from the start, it's going to be the power clean first.
Uh-huh.
And then you'll keep it up. 2 front squats.
Uh-huh.
And then we'll come back down to the hang position. And then it's going to be a hang just from above the knees.
Okay.
Cool?
Okay.
Cool. All right, guys. So go ahead and I'd say do an empty bar, run through that set if you haven't yet. And then once you get that empty bar set out of the way, let's go and throw on your first weight, the weight for your first set. And then we'll get started.
Is there a squat at the end of the last complex?
Yeah, so the 4th rep, the very last one, does have a squat.
Okay.
The hang clean.
Yeah, hang squat clean to be more
thank you.
specific. But yes, so yeah, try to catch it in the very bottom for that final rep.
Okay. 1 power clean, 2 German squats, and 1 hang clean.
Yeah. So once you got that empty barbell set out of the way, feel free to add some weight to the bar. Or if you're going to add some weight, and we'll get started in probably about a minute or so.
How much weight do you suggest?
I mean, these could definitely be loaded a little bit heavier. I'd say probably on the heavier side. I wouldn't go much higher than maybe 75%. So if you wanted to start somewhere around like 60% or so, you could do like 5%, roughly 5% jumps and finish somewhere around 75% or so. So that's kind of more if you want to push it. I'd say if you want to stick more within the realm of technique focus, maybe starting more around like 50% of your 1 rep max might be a little bit better. But in general, if you're trying to focus a little more on technique and speed, I would stay within the 60% range. That's usually a pretty good spot for maintaining both of those qualities while still kind of getting a little bit of weight on the bar. Yeah, for anyone that wants to go a little heavier today and get after it, I'd say 75% will be kind of your top end.
Mm-hmm.
And then once you guys are ready, give me that little thumbs up deal again on the screen. The manual thumbs up works too. Thanks, Kaylee. All right. Let's see. Ellie, you're ready?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yes, I am.
Okay. And Daniel, good to go?
Yeah.
Cool. All right. I think we are set. Okay, guys. So go and stand by your bar and we'll get this thing going. All right. So first set. Going in 3, 2, 1, lift. So 1 power clean, 2 front squats, and then 1 hang squat clean. think we'll probably keep this around 2 minutes as well. Nice, Bruce. All right, guys, we'll start the next set in about 45 seconds. I think for this one, we'll go 2 minutes as well. So if you're going to add some weight, now's the time if you haven't already. "30 seconds. All right, 15 seconds. All right, here we go. Round 2. 3, 2, 1, lift.
Oh no, power clean.
Yep, power clean that first one. Nice. Kaylee, try to get your elbows up higher. Get those elbows up. Yep, there you go. Nice, Bruce. Nice, looking good, guys. We got 45 seconds until the next set. All right, if that technique's feeling good, throw on some more weight. Otherwise, keep the same. Get that technique. All right, we got 15 seconds. Set number 3 coming up. All right, get ready. Going in 3, 2, 1, lift. All right, that was set number 3. Wait, 1, 2, 4. Yeah, set number 3. So we got set number 4 coming up. Might get 6 sets in on this one since we got some extra time. 30 seconds. All right, 15 seconds. All right, guys, get ready. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, lift. All right, so I'm thinking we're going to hit 6 sets total, so we'll do 2 more. Got 2 more to go.
Okay.
Just because you guys are doing so well. Reward you with an extra one.
So nice of you, Ben.
You know, you guys are dying for that Olympic lifting.
Oh, yeah.
Be careful what you wish, right?
Yep.
My husband told me that. Ah.
So yesterday I did some front rack barbell carries, walking down the street. I wish you could have seen my neighbors' faces. They were it was awesome.
Oh, I'm sure. And it was funny. We went on a walk over at the park in Vasone, and I was wearing my weight vest, like the tactical one, and I was definitely getting some awkward looks wearing that thing around. It was kind of funny.
Did yesterday's WOD outside of my front yard, and people were looking at me with the kettlebell, like, "What is she doing?"
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is that?
Yeah,
thing?
definitely.
Yeah, the kids walking around here around the complex, and one of those talks to the dad, say like, "What the woman's doing that? You don't look, just keep going." At the second round,
Yeah.
I was sleeping, and she said like, "Dad, the woman is very strong." So cute.
Nice. There you go. All right, guys, go ahead and hit that next set. Go and take that next set.
I did contact. His father is dying.
All right, guys, we are going to hit one more to finish off here. So if you are going to make some, we're going to have to add some weight, last one. So make it count. We got about 1 minute and we'll hit that last set.
Ellie, I thought the same thing about you when I saw you too for the first time. That woman's really strong.
Aw.
Muy fuerte.
If I don't say bye, it's because my phone is dying, okay? But thank you so much.
Okay. You're
And
very
we have a
welcome.
question for you, Devin, Michelle, and I.
Say that again.
We have a question for you,
Oh, okay.
Michelle and I.
Okay. Well, here, you can, once we're done with this last set, I'm happy to answer any questions.
Cool.
Okay, so let's get ready, guys. Last set here. In 3,
Gripping.
2.
How do you re-grip?
Say that again.
How do you re-grip the
Oh, okay. Good question. So what I usually do is once I come back down here, I kind of wedge it in my hip crease slightly, and I use my hip crease to kind of hold the bar as I then rehook the hands and re-grip, and then I'll go into the hang. Does that give a good visual?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Use that hip crease. It's definitely really easy to kind of hold the bar even without any hands there, and it makes it a lot easier to re-grip.
Now?
Yeah, if you haven't started that last set, go and hit it. Nice, Kaylee. Nice job. All right. All right, how's everyone feeling?
Good.
A little better?
Oh, yes.
Awesome.
Guys, all go. I want a photo. I want a group photo. Don't log off.
Rach, are you on your computer right now?
Yes, I am.
Can you see all of us pretty well right now? Because some screens are a little bit lagging. If you have like a pretty good visual of everyone like in gallery mode on your screen, could you screenshot it?
I can. All right. Everybody get in for a photo and take a quick photo. Bruce, you keep lifting, doing what you do. Smile.
Lifting's just doing extra credit reps.
1, 2, and 3. Perfect.
Oh, you even had the noise.
Let's see how it
All right, cool. Thank you for joining, guys.
Thanks, Devin. Thank you.
Michelle and Ellie, if you guys want to stay on, I can answer whatever questions you guys had.
Thanks a lot, Devin.
You're welcome.
Devin.
Take care.
Bye.
You too.
Bye,
Take care.
guys.
Bye.
Bye. What is Michelle?
Hey. Yeah, so we were thinking about Ellie and I kind of doing our one-on-one session with you, if you were.
Yeah. Well, I already
email
spoke
that
with
went
Ellie, so
Okay.
yeah, that's totally fine.
We already.
Were you trying to do it like together or just individually though, right?
I don't know. I get nervous with one-on-one, but.
Oh.
So I told Ellie, hey, I mean, if it's going to interfere with like the plan to do one-on-one, then.
No, I mean, as long as you guys are going into it, you know, with the mutual understanding that it's not necessarily going to meet maybe either of your specific needs, but still pretty much, you know, be very beneficial, right? I mean, I'll do my best to make sure whatever we're working on is going to be what, you know, suits probably the both of you, you know, so I think it could still be working pretty well. I mean, I think if you feel that you're better in a environment where there's other people, you know, I think it's good to try to play to where, you know, you're going to be a little stronger, more comfortable, you know, so I don't think that's going to interfere on the side of the training though. Definitely not. So.
Right.
Okay. Well, if you guys want to do that, me and Ellie had already scheduled one for tomorrow at 10:30.
Okay.
One thing I didn't talk to you about with you about, Ellie, is I was going to say, if you wanted to, I did this with another person as well. Instead of doing like 4 30 minutes, we could do 2 1 hours if you guys want to devote more time to a session. So basically the same amount of time, right? But doing like a more meaningful 1 hour session versus like, you know, a really quick 30-minute where we're probably not going to be able to get as much time to do as much stuff. So if that sounds good to you, that's kind of what I was thinking would be a good plan if we're going to probably be focusing on Olympic lifting, having a little bit more time.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, sounds good.
Yep. Sounds good.
Okay. All right, so we'll plan for 10:30 tomorrow. I will have a different link that I will text to you guys. That's a little bit It's a separate code from the one that we're using with the gym. So this will be my personal code that I'll send to you guys for our session.
Okay.
Cool. All right.
Thank you.
Okay. Well, I will. All right. I'll see you guys in the morning.
Okay.
Okay.
All right,
Bye-bye, Devin. Bye, Michelle.
Bye.